So I think I was about 5, and my other sister was about 4. And we kept asking her dad, we're like, hey, can we go to the park? Hey, can we go to the park? Hey, can we go to the park? And he kept saying, yeah, later. And then we said, hey, can we just go play in the backyard for a little bit? And he said, yeah, go for it. And then when we were in the backyard, we're like, you know what? This is almost halfway to the park. Let's just go to the park anyway. It is later, right? And so her and I just like went to the park. Well, my dad then was like sitting there because he was like making dinner or something. He was like, I haven't heard any giggling in the backyard. And he looked out the window and he didn't see us. And he went, oh no. And then he ran out into the backyard and he didn't see us. And he was like, the kids are gone. They've been kidnapped. Oh my gosh. Wait, don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. He's like, I bet you they went to the park. And so then he went and he ran to the park. Well, my sister and I were there, and I remember I like looked over and I could see our dad like running top notch to the park, and I was like, oh my gosh, it'll be hilarious if we hid from him. So my sister and I, we got in like one of those slides, and we're like, and we hid in the slide. So when he came and we could hear him shouting our names, we were hiding in the slide for him, so he would never find us, right? And then he like left, and we were like, we did it, we hid from dad. That was a hilarious prank. So we didn't know this part, but this is when my dad went and he called the police, and then like, a manhunt ensued looking for us children, and an Amber Alert almost got called. But luckily my sister and I were like, ugh, we're really bored of being at the park now. So we started like skipping back home, and I remember seeing like our Suburban go and then slam on its brakes and then like reverse really fast and then slam on its brakes again, and then our dad jumped out and he was like running at us, and my sister and I were like, yay, dad, haha, you found us this time. But the closer he got, like the angrier his face got, and then he was like, what are you doing? And we were like, ah. Well, later, after, the manhunt had been called off and, the police went home for the day, for some reason, our dad, like, sat me and my sister down, and he brought out this, like, giant, like, 12 by 12 portrait of my mom when she'd won being the rutabaga queen, and so she had her like tiara and like a red fur robe and roses, and she was like in the thing, and he was like, okay, if your mother was here right now, what do you think she would have to say about your behavior today? And even then, I was like 5. I was like, this is like a super weird thing. I don't know what mom would say if she was dressed up like a freaking queen of rutabagas. Like, don't run away to the park, tell people when you go places. I don't know. But that wasn't a great answer for dad. And so then we got this like huge lecture about stranger danger. All the while he held a giant portrait of her mom as a rutabaga queen. But he finished the whole thing by saying, all right, and now let's never tell your mother about this because you guys are going to get in big trouble if she finds out that you went to the park without telling me. And later when she came home from her trip, we immediately told her that we went to the park without dad's permission, and for her not to be mad at us. And also, if she was the rutabaga queen in this scenario, what would she have to say to us for going to the park without her? So yeah,